So what is a compliance matrix? A compliance matrix is nothing but a planning tool for your response generation. Yes, it's very important tool. You might have heard the word compliant bid. A compliant bid is a bid that answers all the questions that the customer asks for in a tender document. And this tool, compliance matrix, if you are using it effectively, will ensure that you don't fail your bid because of non-compliance. So as compliance matrix might not help you to win a bid, but will definitely ensure that you don't lose a bid because you're not compliant. It also helps us as a planning tool for your bid writers and your proposal managers to ensure what are the responses for what questions. Yes, so let's see, is it optional? Is it optional? No, it is definitely not optional. Regardless the size of the bid, and regardless of what industry you are, it is highly recommended to use a compliance matrix. Yes, so how and when are we going to use it? Compliance matrix should definitely be used before your content planning and before you allocate resources towards building your content planning. Yes, that's where it should be done. So very, very early on, before you even start to write a bid. The moment you receive the tender document, how do you do this? You take the tender document, shred one line at a time from your tender document, preferably use a spreadsheet, and capture questions on one end and responses on the other end. Who will be doing it? From where am I going to collect this information? And is it a one-off activity? Is it definitely not a one-off activity? Because you will initially have a plan, and to external and internal factors, either your response owners will change or the client will change the tender document, so that you have to keep it updated all the time. So who owns this? Obviously your proposal manager or your lead bid writer. So together you start to rip the tender document into question by question and come out with what we call responses to the individual questions. That's right. So once we capture that, there is similar form compliance matrix. It's called response matrix. Response matrix is nothing but a clean mapping of, for these are the questions, these are the responses, and you can find this in these areas in your tender document. Clever, intelligent bidders tend to add response matrix part of their bid. Yes, it will be as a selling tool. What do I mean by a selling tool? As I mentioned, it ensures that your evaluators clearly know what responses are there and for what questions and in what place. So you are enabling them to identify the responses in the quickest possible way. What happens when the evaluators get the information quickly? Obviously you are making their work easy, so it might help you to even win a bid. Might not be, but at least you are ensuring you're making their work easy. Number two, why is it possible for us to add response matrix to your response? 100% recommended. 100% recommended to add response matrix part of your proposal. So in summary, compliance matrix. What is a compliance matrix? A compliance matrix is nothing but a planning tool for your response generation. It is a very important tool to be held by a proposal manager, so that he has a complete control of the responses that's going to go with your proposals. And number three, it also enables the bid writers to clearly know what responses they're working on and where. So that's it. Compliance matrix, very critical. It might not help you to win a bid, but if not compliant, you will definitely lose a bid.